honest. I'm just gonna start it and talk for a little bit before we actually start, just so it feels more natural. Guys, talking to a phone is hard. You'd think that you'd be able to just yap and yap and yap, right? It's awkward. It feels awkward to start until you get used to it. And when you get used to it, it's not awkward. But it's hard to talk to a phone the way that I talk to a person. It just takes time, I think, to feel more natural about talking to a phone. But, hello. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment of appreciation for this bear sweater that I thrifted yesterday at Goodwill. Lottie has a cute Christmas sweater with snowmen on it that she got in the bins, and I was at Goodwill yesterday and I thought, wow, I want one. I want a cute Christmas sweater. So I found one. The purpose of this video is the same as most or all of my other videos, which is that I love journaling and I want to have a visual journal to look back on. Where did I just put it? I want something to show my kids. I want to have something to go along with my actual journal when I'm older. Do I ever want to be YouTube famous? No. But if any of my friends or family also want to see what I'm up to, great. This week, my mom and I flew to San Francisco to get my student visa for my study abroad in Greece. This video is also going to be a huge learning curve as far as learning about overlaying B-roll with this video that I'm filming right now and just editing. So we took off early in the morning on Tuesday? Yeah, we left on Tuesday. The sky was very beautiful. And we hit Phoenix first, it had a layover, and then went straight to San Francisco. This clip of the airport has no significance other than the fact that I liked this interior design. I thought it was cool how it looked like airplane windows. So, yep. Also, my beautiful, delicious acai bowl. No particular reason, just it was delicious. And after we landed, we headed our merry way into San Francisco. And I was reminded that I never want to live in a big city. It was fun though. It was fun for the time that we were there. It was pretty. It was really cool to see just a lot of things that we don't normally see, like the cable cars and the pigeons, honestly. We were gonna head to Pier 39 when we got in Tuesday night, but after we had finished writing the transit system, the sun had already started going down and we had a lot of trouble figuring out the bus system. It was very complicated. So we just ended up finding dinner and then heading home, but it was really cool to just kind of hang out and not really have a destination, just to kind of take in the city. We got delicious curry for dinner and headed our merry way home. Also, this subway transit, I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but feels like this, but whenever I ride something like this, I feel like I'm in a movie for two reasons. The first being that the second the train passes you, it takes a second for the wind to hit, and then after the wind hits and it's like pulling your hair and the train is like flying in front of you, that feels really cool. Also, after it's done passing, I feel like I'm supposed to see somebody on the opposite end of the track, because that's what happens in movies, right? Like you're standing there, the subway flies by, and then your opposition is on the other side. So it felt like a movie. Both nights we got a sweet treat because, yeah, the first night we got bundt cakes and we got an Andy's one that was really good. The second night we ended up doing crepes, so that was delicious. Our hotel was great. I really liked it. We woke up to a very misty morning. The only downside was that the first night we had to switch rooms because our room was in fact infested. Not actually, just this chair. My mom set her bag on this chair, and then after a while her bag was covered in ants, and we couldn't find a trail to the ants, which implies that they were, I don't know, nesting, sleeping, waiting in the chair. So that wasn't great. That was kind of gross. But after we switched rooms, everything was fine. The next morning, we headed out for my appointment and saw the bay. My phone doesn't capture it as well, but you could see all the ships out there. And then the very, very, I don't know what the word is, condensed city. The houses that were so close to each other. They were pretty. They were all different colors. It kind of reminded me of Central America. But this is where it really started to look like San Francisco, is when we got into the heart of the city and all the houses are nearby and driving up and down really, really steep hills. I really like that blue building. That's why that's in here. Also, I didn't get any clips of this, but there were Trader Joe's. I saw at least like 5 or 6. These people understand what they're doing. I love Trader Joe's. We definitely went inside and got some snacks. I didn't get any footage of that, but that was definitely a highlight. Also, something that I definitely will always remember is when we were driving around, we started seeing these really weird cars. And they had all these cameras on them and like stuff sticking out of them that were spinning, and we were just kind of looking at them like, what are those? And then one drove by us, and I realized that I turned to my mom and said, Mom, there's nobody driving that car. Like, we saw self-driving cars, and they were like Ubers because they would stop to pick people up. It was just really weird to see those. I didn't film any of the appointment with the Greek consulate because I don't know why there would be issues with that, but I don't know, just to be safe. I had my appointment, and then we did in fact go to Pier 39 because we didn't make it the day before. And I think this was my favorite part of the entire trip, because I got to see the Golden Gate Bridge in Alcatraz. And I didn't realize it was Alcatraz. We were standing there for a while, and then as we were leaving, I saw a little like gift shop for it, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is Alcatraz. Like, called my dad about it. It was super cool. If we go back, we definitely need to get a tour. I don't know why. I was just so in awe with seeing Alcatraz. I thought that was great. And the Golden Gate Bridge. I was absolutely captivated. I could have stood there for a long time. That's about everything I have, honestly. The next morning, we got up at like 3 a.m., made the 5:44, 6:44 flight. We made all our flights the entire time, which was super lucky because we were flying standby. So now I'm waiting for my visa in the mail. And that was my week in San Fran. So thanks for coming along. You are lovely, and I hope you have a great day.